You are now watching a Lucky Penny Shop product feature.
Hey, it's Lucky Penny Shop. Thanks for stopping by today. I greatly appreciate it. It is episode 2 of the Easy Bake Oven Gourmet Recipes of Famous Chefs. And I'm moving right along here. I've got the episode 1. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm kind of working on a few things to get in my groove, so to speak. You know, get the camera angles right. Maybe adjust some other things that I've did that in the first video that I want to improve upon. The first video, of course, was the Rick Bayless. Now I'm going to make a special playlist for this, so if you want to see that playlist, I'll create that. Look in the description area. I'll also put it in the comments section, but there'll be one video. So that's that. And now I need to do Mark Bittman, baked chicken breast with cherry tomatoes and capers. This looks interesting. It's not often I get to cook meat in my Easy Bake Ovens, and I have. Now again, this book covers a lot of the history, which I have done. You would have to get it to really explore all of that. There was recipe 1. I'm just going to go page by page. And this I talked about. I've done these already, so I don't have to worry about those. All right, let's see. Let's see what's going on with Mark Bittman. Light bulb powered cooking would seem to be a natural for the minimalist. But Mark Bittman has no recollection of a toy oven in his childhood, and certainly not a working one. What he does recall, however, is walking into his grandmother's kitchen when he was 8 or so, and seeing her making blintzes. He watched as she rolled out the dough and mixed up the filling, and then asked if he could help. She let him, and then when they were done, they tried the blintzes together and served them to his family. Did this have an impact? No clue, he reports. What really got me cooking was moving to Massachusetts when I was 17 and being put in a position of learning how to cook or starving to death. The food up there was inedible at every turn. So that's what got him motivated to be a chef. And here he is holding the oven, which I've shown in a previous video. And so here he is, a columnist for the Minimalist of the New York Times, and he's author of all of these things. And his recipe is the baked chicken breast with cherry tomatoes and capers. This makes 6 toothpick-sized servings. So they're going to be a 2-ounce chicken breast cut into 6 pieces, I'm guessing. Cut the chicken into pieces. Cut the tomatoes into slices. Okay, so this is what I really need to do out here. This is what I have to get: the cherry tomatoes, the butter, the capers, salt and pepper, and parsley for garnish. So I'm ready to go. Let's move over to the mini kitchen and get started. All right, I am ready to get started. The oven, if you can see the little light here in this corner here, upper left, is on. And then the recipe calls for a half a medium chicken breast, about 2 ounces. That's about 2.6. Now, none of this is really scaled or prepped yet. And then 2 cherry tomatoes, a teaspoon of butter, the capers. I think I've used capers in the mini kitchen, but it's been a while. I have to check. Salt and pepper. We got plenty of those, little miniature ones. And then, of course, the last for garnish is the minced parsley. So that's everything I need for the recipe. Let's get started because the oven's preheating. Cut the chicken into pieces. Let's do that. Okay, so it says make 6 toothpick-sized servings, and it says cut the chicken into pieces. It doesn't say strips, pieces. So let me just, well, first I'll cut some strips, and then we'll take that down to smaller pieces. Okay, so that's, I'm thinking that's going to make 2. Let's just do this whole section. We'll cut this one more time. Now I will, even though it's a mini kitchen, I will definitely make sure I observe all of the cleaning. I'll clean all this for sure. I'm guessing that's about what will fit in a smaller pan, so that's what I'm going to use. I did say it was a little more than 2 ounces, so I think that's pretty good. All right, let's move on to the next step. All right, 2 cherry tomatoes into 3 pieces. 2 cherry tomatoes. Cut the chicken. Okay, put the butter in the pan. Oh, cut tomatoes into 3 slices each. Well, let's grab one of these bigger ones. That one looks good. Now let me try it this way. I think A lot of times on these little cherry tomatoes, I don't cut the ends off because a lot of times you just put them in a salad, just like that. But for this, I will cut that out of there. Okay, and the other one, where is it? It's hiding here. Let's see if we can get that one out of there. Okay, so those go in the can. All right, those are set. Let's move on. All right, now I'm going to take just one liberty with this particular recipe just so that I can get this seasoned correctly. I'm going to put the chicken in this little bowl. I'm just going to give it a little bit of oil. It'll just help hold that salt and pepper on it. And then this is going to go, of course, in that pan. Now that is an older pan. I wanted one that was just a little bit bigger than the standard newer Easy Bake pans. Okay, so put the butter in the bottom of the pan. Let's do that. Butter in the bottom of the pan. So it's about a teaspoon. So I'll just do this in a couple spots. This is going to help. This kind of helps. It kind of takes the place of the oil, but I just like the oil on the chicken. Okay. That's good. And now, okay, put the bottom, arrange the chicken on top of it. Okay. Then decorate with the tomato slices. Got to keep it low. I'll have to push this down when I get over to the oven and see. And then the capers. I got another little spoon here. And here I want you to season with salt and pepper again. Looks scrumptious. That should fit. All right, now with salt and pepper on the top. Okay, so it's time for the oven. Okay, let's put this in the oven. And it says cook for 10 minutes, so 5 minutes, and then cook for 5, then bake another 5. So let's see how it goes. We know this oven bakes pretty well, so it should work out. All right. So 5 minutes. Let me set my timer. Get that in the oven. All right, let's check back. All right, let's get this out. I have it partially out already. Just because this is not how you would normally use this particular oven. There is a special pan pusher for it. Let's take a look. Okay, so yes, the chicken looks like it's cooking. The butter has melted. No browning yet, so let's put this in for another 5, and we'll see how it goes. You just have to be careful with that door. All right, I'll be back. All right, so here we go. Let's get this out and check it. Now, I've heard a lot of sizzling and a lot of cooking going on. I know it's hard to hear through. Well, let's just get it on the hot plate and see. Okay, I'm going to say that's done. There's even some browning there. The chicken looks good. The tomatoes are soft and ready. All right, let's get this to the tasting table. All right, I have not forgot the parsley. I figured I would just do that at the table. There's the chicken. It looks really nice. Let's just get some of that fresh parsley on here. Okay, that looks good. All right, I hadn't even thought about serving. Let me get a little spatula here in my collection of tools and another wood server. Okay, so let's see if we can get a tomato and a piece of chicken with some capers. That looks nice. Let's do this one. Ooh, you get a nice big healthy piece. Although you could use a few more capers. Okay, let's switch that. Let's go to this. It's still sizzling. Let's get some of that butter and oil. Okay, remember it said 6 toothpick size portions, and I think that's what we have. Nice. Okay. Now I have, actually, it's 7-Up. Found a can of 7-Up and thought, oh, that'd be good. Okay, that'd be good if the top was opened up. All right, I'm going to say it came out pretty good. I'm guessing this little knife will cut through the chicken, so let me just hold up my plate so you get a better look at the dish. Now with a dish like this, you can pretty much put anything in the little pan. Okay, definitely cooked all the way through. Get some tomato. Give it a taste. I like it. I think it'd be good too, maybe with a little bit of lemon squeezed on there. I'm going to finish this tiny meal. But it came out good. The chicken with tomatoes and capers. I could eat that whole plate. So what would you do if you were cooking this? Would you mix it up a little bit? Would you try a vegetable in there? A different vegetable? Well, I guess I'm going to enjoy a little bit more while I have the chance. I think the next recipe is lobster. It might be lobster. I have it all set. There's another one with olives. Okay. There you go. I think I'm going to wrap it up. How can I not take just one more bite? And say thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. Episode 2. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I should do different things or you want to see something different in regards to presentation. And thanks for supporting me and the channel. Later! That is a good little meal. I know I said later, but how could I leave this tasty morsel on my plate? So good. Again, thanks for watching. Later. If you're looking for the item you just saw in the video, click here. Watch more videos by clicking here. Don't forget to share on social media and give a thumbs up.
Hey, LPS Dave.
What's up, Butch?
Make sure they don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yeah, please click here to subscribe to Lucky Penny Shop. And always remember, when you see a lucky penny,
Pick it up.